on the edge of a forgotten English village, surrounded by skeletal trees and veiled in mist that never lifted, stood Ravenswood Manor, a decaying relic whose presence pressed upon the land like a wound that refused to heal. Locals swore the house breathed, that its windows wept when the moon was high, and that the cries of its cursed family echoed across the moors at night. Edward Grayson, a journalist desperate for renown, ignored the villagers' warnings and pressed on toward the manor one storm-thickened evening, his boots sinking into the mud, his lantern trembling in his grip. The gates shrieked when forced open, and the storm fell into eerie silence as if the world itself wished to hear what would happen next. Inside, the air was foul and cold, tasting of soot and decay. Portraits of long-dead Ravenswoods lined the walls, their eyes shimmering with unsettling awareness. And somewhere within the house, a piano began to play, though no living fingers touched the keys. The melody was mournful, an endless lament that guided Edward deeper into darkness. In the library, he discovered a journal belonging to Lord Alistair Raven. Its final entries, rambling about a pact with a shadow older than time. A demon who promised power and eternity in exchange for the blood of his kin. The pages ended in frantic scratches that looked more like claw marks than ink, and in that moment Edward realized the manor itself was a prison for the souls sacrificed long ago. Then came the woman in white, half-burned, half-beautiful, her presence flickering like a candle in the wind. Her lips did not move, yet her voice thundered in Edward's mind. "Free, my child, trapped below." And with those words she vanished, leaving only the muffled sound of a child weeping beneath the rotting floor. Driven by both terror and the weight of her plea, Edward followed the cries through winding corridors until he found a hidden door that led into a crypt beneath the manor. The air grew heavy with the stench of sulfur, the walls etched with symbols that crawled like living scars, and at the center of the chamber stood a cradle ancient, splintered, and rocking on its own. When Edward reached for it, the cradle split open with a screech, releasing not an infant but a shadow that erupted into the room like smoke-given flesh. Its voice, an endless chorus of the damned. The walls quaked, the ceiling bled dust, and from the darkness poured the shapes of the Ravenswood family, their hollow faces stretched in eternal screams. Edward ran, stumbling back into the manor's corridors, chased by whispers and laughter not his own, until at last he burst through the front doors into the rain-soaked night. Yet as he gasped for air, clutching his notebook like a lifeline, the cries of the child still echoed in his ears, and in the reflection of the storm puddles at his feet, he did not see his own face staring back, but the black, hollow gaze of Lord Alistair Ravenswood himself, smiling as if Edward had taken his place in the manor as eternal curse.